Here's my hot take on Barbie. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Christina and today I am going to do something that I'm really excited about. There's this challenge going around on Instagram called the Bratz challenge, and the minute I saw this challenge I knew I had to get in on this because I grew up loving Bratz myself. So I scoured Google Images to find a photo of Jade that I could recreate, and that's when I ran into some problems. While my makeup collection might be pretty extensive, my wardrobe is not, and ultimately it came down to which one of these looks did I have the outfit for. So finally I settled on this one, and that's what we're going to recreate today. I am so excited to get started on this, so let's not wait any longer and let's just jump into it. Okay, first we're gonna start off by giving our face that good prime. I used this for the first time in my last video, but since then I've been using this primer every single day. It is the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Primer. For somebody who deals with a lot of mild redness on my face, this works so well with canceling that out in the morning. And since we're trying to go for that flawless doll-like skin, this is really good for setting up a nice smooth base for your makeup. And then I'm just gonna do my base. That means foundation and concealer. Because the Bratz dolls were icons of the 2000s, they are sporting the 2000s eyebrows, which are very thin and super arched. Lucky for me, I have like 12 eyebrow hairs, and I'm here for this. Jade doesn't really have that much contour on her face. I will be using a little bit to contour my nose because her nose is so small and I'm trying to match that. If you're looking for makeup tips, do not copy my nose contouring technique because I don't know what I'm doing. I've never had to contour my nose that much before and I have no idea how to do it. I definitely have way too much product going on my nose right now, so this is going to be super fun. This is not going to end well. I already know. Let's try this again. Oh, this is really not working out well. My nose. In times like this, you gotta do is take your beauty blender again, use whatever leftover product is still on it, like whatever concealer left is still on it, and just cover that stuff up. Okay. This I can actually live with. I feel the need to contour the rest of my face because I have just one really super defined part of my face, and it would be super weird if I didn't have other parts of my face equally as defined. So this is the part I have been dreading because I know I'm going to be running into some problems doing these eyes. One is that my eyelash extensions are very sparse right now. Two is that no matter how much I look at the photo, I have no idea what's going on her lids. Three, and this is the part that scares me the most, she has a cut crease. And if you know anything about Asian eyes, it is near impossible to do a cut crease on Asian eyes. This is going to be probably the biggest challenge I've ever had. Let's just run an analysis right now on this photo. The few things we can pick out is that she does have a sharp brown line across her crease. That's what we'll call the cut crease. But do you see what's going on along the outer corners of her eyes? Is that glitter? Is that a JPEG artifact? Is that anything? So I'm gonna take some creative liberties and just assume that's a shimmering gray, like she's going for a smoky kind of look, question mark. As for the dark brown line going across her crease, it's very, very hard to make out, but she does have a pale neutral base on her lids, so I'm going to go in with a whitish shadow. And honestly, I don't think she has much else going on. So we're just gonna jump right into the gray glitter, shimmering, smoky stuff going on. I'm gonna pick up Don't Settle, which is this very, very silver shade, and see what I can do. How do people with naturally long and curled lashes do their eye makeup? Because ever since I got these extensions, I just realized how annoying it is to have to go past your lashes to put on eyeshadow and eyeliner and stuff. How do you guys do this? Because when you have Asian lashes, they turn down. They're out of the way. You don't have to worry about them. And then you just curl them up when you're done, which is annoying. But at least, I don't know, I'm just kind of used to that. How do people do makeup through their lashes? Yeah, that makes no sense to me. She does have this defined line on her bottom lid, so I'm going to take a black shadow and lightly blend it on my lower lash line. This whole look is just not for my eyelid. I'm really nervous about this. This might actually end up looking like trash, but we're gonna go in with the cut crease. We're gonna start off easy actually. I'm just gonna map it out with a humble, forgiving brown shadow. Her crease is very far above her eye while mine is very close, and I'm not going to try to fake a crease above my natural one. I'm just gonna put it where my natural crease is, which is much closer to the eye than hers is. Oh, I see what she did. So she didn't blend this out into her outer corners. It's really just a small like rainbow above her eye. Guys, I did it! This is it! This is the cut crease! I'm turning into Jade! So I saw this tweet where this girl was talking about Bratz dolls. Basically, she said that Jade was goth. Jade was a goth white girl. I grew up thinking Jade was Asian, and I'm pretty sure every Asian girl grew up thinking Jade was Asian. But then I saw this other Twitter thread where people were discussing the race of Yasmin, who, as y'all know, is very racially ambiguous, and a lot of girls were trying to project their own race onto her. And that's kind of when I realized that it's not a point of the Bratz dolls to have one specific race for each girl, because there are white girls with black hair and Latina girls with fair skin and black hair. So I realized that me and other Asian girls being very possessive over Jade being Asian is just against the point, because there's supposed to be a doll that every girl can project themselves onto. So it's great that we have a doll that Asian girls can relate to, but we shouldn't be so possessive over Jade being Asian. One debate that I really don't like is the Barbie versus Bratz debate. Excuse me, why would you pit two amazing women against each other? Here's my hot take on Barbie. And at this point, I had been filming for like 2 hours now, so while I thought I was going off on a very insightful rant, in fact, I sounded like this. And so it's just... And so I had to like think... So I'm gonna save you guys the trouble and try to reiterate the point that I was trying to make here. I wanted to talk about the importance of having both Barbie and Bratz dolls as a girl growing up. I started off by talking about how important Barbie is. Most people associate Barbie as being the sort of vain, shallow doll that only cares about looks. And sure, when the original Barbie doll came out in 1959, her appeal was that she was a pretty girl wearing a pretty dress. But since then, she's always been there to tell girls to be whatever they wanted to be. We had Barbie take on just so many more male-dominated positions. We had pediatrician Barbie, dentist Barbie, we even had presidential candidate Barbie. You get the point. To have that pretty girl come out and fill in those positions spoke a very bold message to young girls who looked up to her. So to just write her off as that superficial doll really downplays how important her impact on girls really is. So that's her job, right? And while Barbie was breaking gender boundaries, she was still a very traditional looking all-American girl. So when Bratz came out in 2001, they completely changed the scene with a different look and attitude. While Mattel took a while to start being more race inclusive with their Barbie line, Bratz started off with 4 dolls that any girl can project themselves onto, just like I mentioned. Like, just the fact that 3/4 of the original lineup were dolls of color was just so groundbreaking at the time. So you have a generation of young girls who got to have themselves as a doll that didn't cost $90 and see that doll stud as hard as the Bratz girls did. Like I mentioned, these dolls were fashion and beauty icons, and as a result, they taught girls to be unapologetically themselves. So you have these parallel messages that go hand in hand in empowering girls. Barbie tells you to strive to be whoever you want to be and let nobody stop you. And Bratz tells you that whoever you are, own it. That's why it's so counterproductive to try to pick which one is better, because both offer crucial messages to the girls who play with them, and I can't imagine having one without the other. while I was putting it on, I was literally like, this is not gonna look good. Like, I'm gonna look nothing like the photo. But once I did the hair and I put on the shirt, the resemblance is Thank you so much for watching my video. This was so much fun, and I'm so glad that I got to take you guys along with me. I'm probably gonna post these photos on Instagram, so meet me on there. Comments either on this video or on Instagram. Who was your favorite Bratz doll growing up? I only had a Jade doll and she was amazing, and I also had like a Bratz diary with Jade on the front. But anyways, thank you guys for sticking around. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video, subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you guys in my next videos. So stay golden and keep glowing. Bye!